I said bye. Like, I talked about what I talked about. I'll say bye and go. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
no reason to stick around. But I'm not
Yeah.
going to be rude about it.
Cool. So yeah, do you have a backup plan?
Um, I might end up just scavenging more. Like, I'll just do it myself.
Hmm. Cool. Um. So back at the tower, Setter, your infirmary is now immune to the maelstrom, right?
Yeah, or we can
Okay.
hold off until we do like this next scene. Either way,
Okay. What do you want to do for the next scene? Where do you
I
want to
figure
set
it's
it?
about time that she peeks under the mask of Trench. Um, Assuming he's like passed out,
Yeah.
because she was gonna do that at some point,
Go
if
ahead.
only because she needs to look at care for him.
Okay, go ahead and do that. Do you have any moves that prevent this?
I don't.
Awesome.
And I would
Do
be
it.
completely at her mercy anyway, so it wouldn't matter. Because the one
Um,
move, still,
You
still
have
lets them take
notes
it off.
about what happens when you're unmasked?
She takes S harm.
No, but you have certain characteristics that happen when you're unmasked.
Oh, yes, yes. I have those. I'm just opening up the faceless right now to double check it.
Cool, send me them, because I'm curious. 'Cause
Hmm.
I don't remember. Yeah, so you remove the mask. Like, what does your mask look like again, Trench?
So it's like it's like a very, very plain, like carved mask that has just a couple streaks of paint on it. In like one like near the forehead that kind of hooks around one eye, and one like on the bottom that hooks around the opposite chin.
Awesome.
Wooden, you said?
Yes. So like the look I picked was carved and painted.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. So, gosh, where's the rest of my notes? Sorry. So yeah, you take off the mask. Is nobody around?
She is
I assume.
on the bed, probably with the curtains drawn.
Okay, you have the curtains drawn. Cool. Yeah. So you take the mask off, and
Oh, I'm not grotesque, so
yeah. Okay.
let
And-
me message you what I am.
Awesome. 1 second, guys. Then I want to see that first. I haven't read the other thing you sent me yet, by the way, because
Yeah, that's fine. It's really long.
okay. Awesome. So when you take the mask off, you see the most attractive person you've ever seen in your life. Like, I don't know what Setter's ideal of attractive is, but it's that, whether it's male or female or whatever else. That's what you see. And then slowly it starts like decaying, but not really, because it's getting bigger and like gray and soggy, and water starts dripping from like nose and mouth and ears, and the mouth opens slowly and more water starts pouring out, and you hear would sound to Setter's trained ears the sound of a child being cut open for the sake of hearing the screams. And that's
She-
the screams you hear.
She would know exactly what that sounds like.
Yep.
Awesome.
What do you do?
That's- Um, what does she do? I think she's like, I think she like would probably try to like close her brain to the world psychic maelstrom. She's like, she feels like it's bleeding into her perception in a way it hasn't before.
How do you do it? What's the physical or mental like process of that?
It would be,
Do you like shut your eyes? Do you put your hands over your ears? Do you
yeah.
try to
I,
go
I
into
think it
meditation?
is a lot of like shutting your eyes and pretending that it's not there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it would be shutting her eyes and like deep breathing and like, you know, she's probably trying to ignore the sound.
Do you make any noises to alert anybody in the room or outside of it? Or do you manage to just stay quiet?
I don't think she's quite coherent enough to be like testing her sanity and be like, guys, come here and look at this. Do you see
No, like
this?
screaming just because
Oh.
of shock is more what I was curious about. Should you act under fire for it?
Well, she's under fire to do anything from the S-harm.
Yeah, the S-harm move is like,
Ah.
no, I don't think she screams or anything like that. I think it's much more of a silent, like
Like this
face
can't be
crunch
happening type of deal?
And,
Awesome.
like, yeah, and so normally to do anything, I'd have to roll under fire with S-harm, but I think she's just going to take it and go unconscious instead and be stunned.
Okay, cool.
I don't really see much for her to do.
So you fall unconscious? Is that what S-harm
That's-
does? So what do you mean you can't do anything?
So,
Sorry, remind me.
no, yeah, it's literally listed once in the book. It's annoying. It is in like the weapon tags, wherever those are. I had to like control F it in the PDF to find it. S-harm, there it is. Page 240. It disables its target without causing any harm. Use it on a PC, and doing anything at all means doing it under fire. The fire is your stunt.
What is like how are we going to define doing anything? What is it you wanted to do that would cause you to pass out? Like are you just saying you're going to just pass out? That's what you want to do?
Yeah, I just wanted to pass out for
Okay.
her. I'm
Yeah,
like,
no.
that fits exactly with what she's going to do.
Awesome. Okay, I was just clarifying where that came from.
It's basically like, do you pass out or do you not? You have to roll under fire.
Awesome. So you do that, you pass out. And yeah, you collapse on the floor. And yeah, so what's
the
up?
mask is probably actually like cluttered next to her.
Yeah. So what is everybody else doing? How long does it take for someone to come and visit the infirmary?
I'm back to like my
Roll
no one else exists. I'm
D3
working.
second.
I hope when I wake up, you all have killed each other.
Awesome.
You mean like when I came back to the tower and you guys had tried to kill each other?
Exactly.
Everything's on fire. It's all burning down around you.
Guys, I just had the craziest dream.
The smoke wakes you up instead of putting you to sleep.
I dreamed there was pizza, and an
So-
attractive black man was there delivering it.
Iris, what do you do after stress relief?
I just like randomly wander around the tower, see if anyone needs help.
Do you make it to the infirmary?
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah. Unless I'm assuming Leon is too busy to notice any shit.
Yeah.
Earl, do you think there's a specific reason you come to the infirmary at some point?
No?
Okay, cool. Iris, you walk into the infirmary, you see Setter on the floor with like a mask lying next to them. It's like she collapsed.
First of all, she goes to make sure that she isn't dead, and then
She's not dead.
okay. And she takes the mask from her hand and looks up to the only other person in the room, Trench.
Alright, S-harm.
No, but didn't you say
Yes.
First time you
Unafraid?
It's first time you see someone. First time anyone sees you unmasked, though. You saw me and was unafraid. You haven't seen me unmasked before, so you take S harm.
Can I like make it so that it's like from the side, so you're not really seeing it, and then like notice here it's his mask.
I think it's really unlikely that you
No.
would
Oh,
be
okay,
able to
fine.
not see him if you were in the infirmary.
So,
Fine, okay.
act under fire, please.
Wait. Can we see what he looks like this time instead of what
Yeah,
Setter's like
sure.
creepy maelstrom vision was?
Okay.
Yeah, what do you
so
look
like,
like?
he's actually a pretty like fairly attractive guy. He's not like close shaven, but he's at least tidy. Kind of short black hair. As shaved as you can get on the sides, but a little longer on the top. It's almost like a military cut.
Cool.
Now under fire.
Yep.
Hot plus
act under
1.
fire, please.
Nice.
And will be hot plus 2 later.
Okay,
Hey.
yeah, you don't give a shit.
Iris is all
Do
good.
you put the mask back on him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. He's like, yeah, whatever. Mask back.
I guess she truly had seen him and was not afraid.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, what do you do next, Iris?
I guess like just like slapping the side of Setter's face to see if she can wake him up, like her up like that.
How hard?
Like it starts getting like light, like, but then eventually she just like.
Okay, yeah, you can slap her hard enough to wake her up. I think unless Setter protests.
She's. No, I mean, she will. In a second.
Okay,
What
unless
was that
Seth
for?
protests.
No, it sounds good to me.
Oh,
You know, she probably has like some
Iris.
smelling salts somewhere or something.
Okay, cool. So you wake her up, and as soon as you regain any hint of consciousness, Iris, you immediately feel that ever-present presence vanish. That thing that makes Iris Iris. That makes you special. That makes you a player character, and makes you something different in this world, is ripped from your mind.
You're just like Cash now.
She jumps back and like keeps taking like steps back until like she hits the cabinets, and even then like it's like with enough force that like stuff like jiggles and like maybe one or two things fall from it, and like her
Yeah,
eyes.
like my smelling salts that would have woken Setter up.
Like her eyes are wide, her mouth is like her jaw is dropped, and she's just speechless.
I imagine you almost look a bit in pain. That's how I'm imagining it.
And there's
I
a
think-
little bit of pain there too.
And sorry, what else?
I was gonna say, I think Setter is gonna like assume it has to do with the faceless in the bed, and be like, yeah, it's I don't know what's up with that mask.
Setter, something's different. Kind of? Like, you feel like you're forgetting something, but you can't quite remember what it is. We, as the audience, can say we realize that's the Maelstrom, but with such a low weird score, I don't know if Setter would. Something's, like, weird, though. Like you're missing something. Like you're just not
Like she's not
noticing.
haunted by all those people who died in her care to make her weird higher.
I think you described it as that noise at the back of your head or something.
I
At
had
one
at
point.
one point, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
like
was
a
like
like a
that's
crooning.
gone.
But depending on how high your weird is, I imagine the noise is louder or quieter. So I imagine that noise isn't that loud for Setter anyway. Something's different. You may not notice it. You may.
Not immediately for sure. Not. It'll probably be a little while until she does.
Okay.
Iris just keeps staring at Setter and says, "It wasn't Trench. I was in the room and I was fine with Trench. It was when you woke up." And she probably like has a slight shudder to her at this point. Like she's in pain and she's kind of shivering.